So like to me, right? It's this shared storytelling that we're doing, right? Like I'm not even the one doing it by myself, and I'm just like playing, being the one in charge, right? And so like,
yeah,
you
didn't tell Gargak to wrestle that owlbear.
Yeah, the concept where they're like, yo, I'm gonna try. I could see maybe being like, yo, here's an entry fee, being like, yo, like this is it's gonna take me this much resource to like make these things. Like I'm gonna end up being like, or like say I'm gonna like make something to give your character, because I used to do that shit all the time when we were playing physical stuff. I love doing that shit. I could see being like, yo, here's an entry fee, but like the per hour or the per session things, oh my gosh. That's rough, man.
It's like a monthly subscription.
I know, that's crazy shit to me.
You get 4. Like February, you only get 3, but
that's just wild shit to me. Like I couldn't.
You like Netflix?
Like,
$15.
And yeah, there are people. Oh my god, Jace, are you alright? You getting sucked into the pocket dimension over there?
He's falling down the cliff.
Yeah, that's what it sounds. Yeah, but yeah, and like I said, there was some website that I ran into where it was just people listing like DM profile. They were advertising themselves as DMs, and they were like, "Yo, this is why you should pay me $50 an hour or whatever," right? And I was just like, God damn. First off, some of the people, man, again, that Matt Mercer shit. Oh my god, I really think like it took it from this basement.
You gotta
level.
get your voice acting game up, man.
It took it from where, here I was, this like withered fucking skeleton of a man sitting in a basement, in the dark behind a board being like, dragons, right? And it took that to like, this public expose of like, dragons, yeah. And you're just like, oh my god, what is going on? Like
dragons. I
would argue that in a sense that Matt Mercer is the Grogu of D&D.
The Grogu of D&D.
Hello. Did you hear my statement? What are your thoughts on this?
I agree.
Hello, sorry, I'm trying to.
And I'm sorry about that, Matt Mercer. I know maybe that wasn't your intent. I don't know, but I'm just.
Honestly, yeah. He introduced a lot of people who weren't into D&D,
and he's cute, right? He's the
He also has a lot of other D&D like content creators.
Oh yeah, no, like I ran into there's a guy named Matt Colville that runs a channel they called MCMD. MCDM is what it's called, and like I love his shit. Like I watched his whole channel. He's got a shit called How to Run the Game. That's all about like just the philosophy of D&D. I contribute a lot of my success as a D&D to watching those videos, like straight up. Like it's a lot of if you really want to get into it, it's great advice. But he is friends with Matt Mercer. Like that's how I even learned the name Matt Colville, right? But again, he set so many DMs up. You know how many young DMs right now, or how many young DMs in the last like a year or two have walked into rooms and tried to be Matt Mercer, right? It's hard, man. We all can't do it. Hey, Rudy, you with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you alright over there?
15 minutes.
You need 15 minutes?
No.
What? I can barely hear you, man.
Said no.
Alright, so let's put a poll up. And I mean, yeah, I don't know, the voice acting thing. I mean, props. I will give that dude 100% props. You know how nervous I would be like on television, right? Like,
oh yeah,
like holy shit. And with the popularity that after that it blew up on, oh my god.
Yeah, like let's say that we go play on stage.
Yeah, how like many that's got to be nerve-wracking as fuck, right? Like, God. Yeah, like holy shit, dude. Like, man. I mean, you guys don't even show your faces on fucking Twitch and shit, and like those guys are on the fucking thing up there doing full-on voice acting and having emotions.
They don't need my face. My
they're up there crying in front of stages and shit. Like, jeez.
Not my bear.
Yep. I mean, I don't know. I think it was if I remember correctly. I didn't watch the whole thing, but there was at one point where somebody had to like sacrifice himself basically to save someone else, and they did, and it was just like this big emotional thing. for them.
No.
Yeah, well, it was something like they had been saving this like wish spell in order to do this certain thing, and then like they had to like give that up and basically sacrifice themselves. I forget what was going on, but yeah, this one actor was just like tears, straight in tears, man. Which to me, if you're running a DM game and you've made your PC cry about their character because that's how into their shit, that's how like headcanon it's gotten for them, that's fucking awesome. That's some serious, that's
amazing
that's art
storytelling.
right
yeah,
yeah, exactly. That's art right there, buddy. Yeah, like, yeah, man, good job. You know, that's some real shit.
yeah. Like we all realize this is a game, but yeah.
I mean, even then, it's not like that guy didn't. It's not like that guy doesn't know it's a game, but yeah, exactly. Like knowing your character and like feeling that and all that sort of shit. I think that's part of, you know, for me, that's part of or should be a part of a good DM and a good campaign is feeling it.
The heartbreak.
Well, not even just the heartbreak, but like the heroics and shit. Like feeling like a badass. Like that's awesome, right? Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, you have the high moments and the low moments, man. I mean, I honestly, in this campaign, I tried to kill myself.
I'm sorry about that.
Like,
sorry, but we really should have trigger warnings at the start of our shit these days.
I know, right?
We really should.
Show my face because I don't have the bandwidth for it, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we should have trigger warnings at this point. I do have a
trigger
pull-up
warning.
I do have a pull up. Whenever you guys are ready, just let me know.
yeah, good to go. But yeah, like shit that I hadn't even admitted to myself. Like I had to admit to like a fucking statue to get through a forest of fire and shit. And then when I see her again, I'm gonna admit shit. Bam, acid.
Life happens. It's a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes unlife happens, and it's an even harder place. Which is where you guys are now. You all have deceased. You have completely fumbled and failed the entire save the planet mission from the get-go, and that did not work out. And now the planet has been half destroyed, and you are dead. And where you are is some sort of in-between place where there are literal fucking drow that seem perfectly capable of capturing you, and more than willing to do so. Yes.
Yes. Who are we starting with?
I mean, when we get everybody's ready. Oh, I didn't put the poll in the right fucking channel, my dumb ass.
Well, no.
Found it.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh, I see. Remember, go back to that I'm an idiot part? I told you guys.
$50
an hour.
$50 an hour for this bullshit.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's another thing is I would have to like have part of my contract be like, look, if you want this game to happen, you're responsible for like goading me.
Yeah.
You need that $50 an hour to like poke me and be like, all right,
do
dude,
this. We're playing. I'm $50 an hour,
rambling
motherfucker.
Long, dude.
It's been 45 minutes already.
I know you like to talk a lot, but like, you know, maybe like get to the fucking point, dude. And I'll be like,
describing the room for an hour.
I'm like, man, but I love the sound of my own voice. Do you know? You don't understand.
I mean, I'm listening to it through the speakers. And
Just sit there. Yo, that'd be great. That'd be great. Convince someone to pay you $50 an hour, and you just sit there and chew the fat the entire fucking time.
How about them Braves?
Yeah. What are you doing tonight? Yeah. What'd you have for dinner?
So first off, let's read this poem that Dina found and painstakingly actually typed out for us. Which she is describing as a bedtime story or a poem that her tiefling father had read to her.
I assume a drow warning is
now
title.
to be clear, the tiefling in Elorath are wanderers. They're nomadic. They basically live in the upper, and some of them actually go down to the mid part of the Underdark, but very few.
Yeah.
But generally they stay on top.
If the bard heard this,
they are a sparse race.
Like, whispering it to herself on the.
They are a sparse race compared to say humans or elves or even orcs. You don't often see tieflings on the surface. The only character here that would have seen them previously probably would have been Nevik, who lived in a port kind of town.
Hello.
And even then would have certainly found it a bizarre thing. Like they are red-skinned, have tails, have horns. Yeah, they appear great demons to most people.
Yeah.
And thus they are, like I said, a sparse race that does not come to the surface very often, but Dina is young and she's
Dina would be the only one I've ever talked to.
Charismatic and wants to see the world and is perfectly capable of hiding herself and being smart. But again, we go back to one of the things her father told her as a young child, which is this poem, a drow warning: beware surface dwellers, for it is you who are forbidden in the shadowed stoned realms of the deep. We are strong and shall stay hidden. Beware, surface dwellers, for your eyes belong not down here. Our queen does watch your every move, closely spying your every steer. Return, surface dwellers, else soon you shall come to know that when lost, alone, and dying cold, the drow rule down below. Which, yes, is perfectly fitting for you guys, because you are lost, alone, and dead already. You're not just dying.
It is fitting, but I think this is from the perspective of a drow.
Yes, that's it's very much a the drow.
Because the Our Queen thing, I think, is specifically referring to the Queen of Spiders, right?
Loth, yeah.
Yep.
Loth.
Yeah, but this is a warning that they were taught. Like, it's just a bedtime.
But they certainly do. They certainly do rule down below. It does fit the. It does fit the setting because they are certainly ruling down below now that she's seen what happens after you die and they go to the ghost walk, and everybody here has gotten all sorts of fucked up. We have Jason, who is currently sitting in a pitch black quiet room, just completely cut up, hanging by chains, muttering prayer, chanting prayers to himself. Gargak is in a communal area where he has been kind of moderately or mildly befriended by a gruff gray-skinned orc. And we have Favrundus, who is in the midst of a jailbreak / burn stuff / disguised himself as a drow and scared the fuck out of the frog thing that he also freed. And we also
Spartacus.
have Dina, who is laying flat along a rooftop. After drow having just passed by, she is absolutely fucking petrified after having just barely dodged them. And similarly, Nevik is clutched behind a fucking corner of a building, listening to guards walk around him. Note there is no night and day here, it's just forever dark, because this is the Underdark.
My element.
And it's
the alleys.
Pretty fucked place. I gotta find some great jacket, man. I tell you, I'm like fucking control props. $50 an hour. $50 an hour.
$50 an hour for him to be like, hang on, I gotta find a jacket.
And I believe we should start the session by panning over the busy cityscape to see Dina lying flat on her back.
Mumbling this fucking
I think that
poem.
would be a great scene. So we see the scene where we're all gonna go across the Drow city now. No, the Drow buildings are built mainly of the actual rock and everything that's around it. It's very much matching the color of the stone. It's like kind of a lighter gray. It's certainly shaped and intricate. Not too far off from elven structures, but just made like directly out of fucking stone instead of like wood and leaves and vines and all that fancy shit elves use. And a lot of their streets are lit with a soft purple color. They are not using open flame for a lot of things because they live in fucking caves. Instead, they have these bowls that have little glowing orbs in them that glow this soft purple that light up here and there, and you can see this in multiple windows in this panning scene. One thing that you do see that stands out is the silhouette of a woman laying flat on one of these stone terrace type roofs, and we're gonna kind of slowly zoom in on that, where we would be picking up the audio of Dina repeating this poem to herself.
Yes, I'm just repeating. He's just having a moment. Trust me, Dina's having an existential crisis right here.
So you are
low for anyone else?
Not too deep. I mean, not too low. I hear it just fine. You like I said, have just watched a couple of drow walk by. They are walking by with this lizard dog type thing on a chain that seems to be snarling and sniffing as it goes about. You're up on a pretty high building. You generally could not have flat jumped this on your own, if not in pure adrenaline fear that you did. you are safe for the time being, though your heartbeat tells you otherwise.
Okay. Okay.
You're
So
safe
basically,
in a drow city on a rooftop.
I want to look around and see because I already know that Nevik is invisible. What I'm looking for is footsteps
I'm not technically invisible.
I don't think she ever did. Did she break concentration on her spell? I thought she still had it.
She didn't, but
It would have worn off by now.
Yeah, well, we established that it did wear off on Nevik, but I feel like this is a bit in the past since we continued to play after she left.
Yeah, it wasn't an hour, but yeah, this is just would be what was happening with her while Gargak was being put in the communal area of the slave.
Okay, so this would be right. Yeah, this would be right before you become visible.
Okay, I am going to use.
Yeah, because we had you go through the whole like tower thing and all. I remember that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to use my concentration to. Okay, so can I use my concentration to continue to concentrate on keeping me and Nevik invisible while moving?
You can cast it again.
You have to cast it again. You have to touch me.
Oh, okay, that's what I was worried about.
If you could find Nevik, yes, but
yeah,
even on a good day, finding Nevik is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of just comes and goes.
Honestly, yeah, I was about to say, how often do you remember me actually being with the party?
I know.
Think about it.
Why are you with us?
Exactly. Like,
okay.
I think Gargak and Jason right now would be the only guys who would actually know that like I had been there the whole time.
I mean, you're a bit invisible, like not invisible. I mean, you hide when it'd be show up, but it's like you would have to like sleep at night and shit. So
yeah. Like I've been there, but also, yeah, like there are times when I'm
well,
just not around. The times when we need him, he's just not around.
Right now, though, Dina's exhausted. She doesn't remember the last time she sleeps. She's unsure of what even has happened. I mean, she literally just died and booking. Ran into these things pretty early on in that.
We did take a long rest before.
Yeah, we did rest up though.
Oh,
yeah,
but I'm saying, it's just been a couple hours past that, and then you guys do your rest outside the camp, and then get in a fight with them, and that was an hour or two back. I mean, it's been a while.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to do. I feel like this is what I'm trying to do.
Just breathe.
All right, here you go. Check it out.
Trying to do a spell called Enemies Abound. You reach into the mind of one creature you see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. A creature automatically succeeds if it is immune to being frightened. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. So it's kind of like Berserker Rage. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on it itself in a success. What did the affected creature choose? I mean, yeah, you're free to try this on whoever you so please.
It's a lot like
for future reference, you can just type in exclamation spell and the name of it. And most spells, it'll pull up a nice little thing for you.
It's a lot
so
like
what Dina is I'm basically peeking over the side of the roof, and I'm looking down on the courtyard or the area that's in front of me, and I'm looking at the target. Because I know that I'm about to come.
So, like I said, these two drows just passed by, and one of them has this like they have this like lizard dog thing on a chain in front of them that is
it's a spell slot
kind of snarling.
So let me make it. Hold on.
All right, and now I need to be making a intelligence saving throw. Okay, and his is a +1. All right.
All right.
Looking that up for you, boss. So go ahead, cast it, and I think that it'll give you the DC.
Do I have a target, or do I don't have a target?
No, just without a target.
Yep.
Okay.
And this will be how you do.
Just cast.
Meta targets.
Gotcha.
Meta targets. What was that? I heard that Sean said I was Sean the non-believer. I forget what that's from. God damn it. Anyway. Fucking TikTok.
Shun the non-believer.
TikTok.
Shun.
TikTok like accelerates fucking metas. It's
just gonna ruin the world.
So it's a DC 15. All right, so mine's a +1. D20 +1. Let's do it. Oh, he succeeds on this shit. So let's see. Does he
wouldn't
notice?
Do anything.
Yeah, but on a failed save,
he wouldn't notice that I tried it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, yeah, would he have noticed that, right? Like, would he have been like, oh, strange feeling, right? You reach in the mind of one creature you see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. The creature automatically SCs at on a failed save. The target loses the ability each time the target sees the same thing. Any of this effect.
Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about the.
Yeah, it doesn't say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you failed the spell, it just
like
it fizzled in her hand or something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you still are affected, but you're not.
No, so there's a somatic component. So maybe you didn't wave your hands right.
Yeah.
Whenever a creature automatically sees it is immune to being frightened on a failed save, and he totally passed the save. He did not fail it. He got an 18 for 15. The target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Each time the target takes it, so it doesn't matter about that part because he didn't get it. Whenever the affected creature chooses another creature as a target, it must choose the target at random. Yeah, again, and yeah. So again, it doesn't say anything that no half successes or anything like that. Just if it didn't work, it didn't work.
Okay, so Dina's gonna hold on before.
Damn it. That spell didn't work. Fuck. Fizzled out.
Right? He's like,
they are starting to getting kind of farther away as they walk by. You find yourself alone in this alleyway for a moment. You can still see them, but you might need to move to actually cast something on them, depending on the range.
No, actually, no. I'm gonna stop my attack on them because that was the best. I was trying to get them to cause a distraction.
I mean, I understand. But it would have worked well if one of them would have turned around and started killing the other one and. Shit went on. Chaos.
Game. Patience.
That didn't work. So, Dina is. I have something. I'm trying to look at my spells very quick. 1 second. I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Take all you, dude. It's all good. $50 an hour to me, dude. Take all the time you want.
$50 an hour. What else?
Okay, so
every time I stream, I want that to be like the ongoing running joke is that I'm actually charging you guys $50 an hour.
$50 an hour.
$50 an hour.
You gotta make it an emote for your stream.
Okay, so I have something called
are you on the board? Nobody's drawing on the board. I'm not even on the board.
Horrendous. JP's born drawing on board. Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
I like your pronunciation better, person.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
So it says you create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice. No.
God, how do
such
I
as
spell this?
thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whisper.
I can't spell this at all. All right. So you can manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You can create one with this is a spell that gets often used. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color. Not put them on, not turn them on or off. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute, like a slight little shake. You create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or an ominous whispers. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is
understand this range is 30 feet. And like I said, these guys have walked a good bit off. You'll need to move.
I don't know where we are on the map. Dina's just looking over the roof. I'm looking over the roof, and I'm casting my I'm doing an ominous whisper, and I'm just whispering Nevik to the sky.
What?
That's the best I got. I can't tell you where I am, bruh.
All right. So, are you trying to whisper it towards these drow that are walking away?
No, she's talking about whispering it up
into the dark alley.
How am I supposed to hear a whisper?
You say up, like up above.
Yeah,
you?
like up. I'm up. Nevik hears my voice on the fucking wind.
Well,
Nevik,
to the fucking moon, man. Diamond hands. Diamond hands. Hold.
The statistical chances of Nevik actually hearing you are absolutely nothing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow that whisper into the sky as it drifts away into nothing and falls on deaf ears and because it's literally just in the sky. But we're gonna come back down camera wise to Nevik, who is leaning against a fucking corner, and he's watching. He's 30 feet high in the air. 30 foot high, so it's in the air in this cave, but it's still a whisper. It's when you're 30 feet, you've let a whisper go 30 feet in the air that there's no one 30 feet in the air. There's nothing up there, nothing.
I thought I was whispering down. I thought I was whispering like 30 feet. I thought I had.
You said up. You clearly.
It's towards the sky.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, so we go to Nevik. Nevik is leaning against this wall. And Nevik can see across from, where there's this, large fucking wide street, this main street that he's passed, and you can see the silhouettes of guards walking by the alley that he's peeking down. And there's, seems to be a lot of activity. These, though they're not as ferociously hunting as they were before, they seem to be methodically taking their time going through the streets.
And I am still in stealth, right? Still.
You are hidden against this corner wall. Like I said, you can peer, but you're basically on the shadow. Think there there's a nice shadow from a flame or something that is casting against the actual structure that is hiding you, and you're sitting in that shadow, peeking out down the corner, down this pretty straight alleyway. It's kind of a grid system here, where they have a large main street that goes basically directly down to a large circular dome-like building in the back of it. You like I said, are watching them. Well, have seen multiple units walk by.
And on my side of the street is the large tower that I just walked away from, right?
Yes, there are multiple large towers throughout the city. It's a pretty sprawling, large city. It doesn't really have too many hills. It seems pretty flatly built. But there are multiple structures here that are taller than one another and so on.
And it's a quite large city. Oh, man.
Yeah, you're not too deep from the main strips that you had watched Gargak be escorted, or would have Gargak would have been.
Yeah,
escorted
I want to make
my
way. I want to make my way back through like the smaller alleys.
I mean, you're in the smaller alleys now. That's what I'm saying.
I want to get to away from the main street. I want to.
Okay, you're free to move for even further.
Continue. I believe that I went west and she went east, so I'm going to continue trying to move west and get away from like the main patrols of the guards.
All right, so you're even further out to the
back doors of places, the fucking where the trash
roll
and shit.
Me, I think a good check for this would be a survival check, just to see if you come across any of these guards that are prowling this area.
Welcome back to an episode of Nevik's Urban Survival Guide.
Nevik's Urban Survival Guide totally kind of goes a little wrong for him for a moment there, because he, I mean, within a matter of, 50 or 60 feet, he takes 2 minutes. He takes 1, 2, maybe the third corner, and he almost runs into these guys.
Is that a stealth check?
Yeah, that's up to you. You're free to make your decisions as you so please.
Yep.
What's that shit Matt Mercer always says? I forget. It was some shit. Yeah, he always said every time.
Every time somebody killed somebody, he was like, "Tell me how you do this."
Well, not that, but
how do you do this?
There was something else. It was something like, when well, you can I do that? You tell me, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, totally. Like, let these whip right back behind that corner.
So, using your wits and fucking rogue abilities, yeah, you dive back behind the second of that corner and lay flat and go very quiet and hold your breath. Just enough for them to, glance but not notice you. And it's only by the hair of your breath that, in the grace of whatever deities are looking down at you at this point. But you're hidden. And you start to hear them. They are walking off. They're talking in that strange language.
Yeah, okay. I really fucking hate this option, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. Well,
God,
what's the option?
I'm gonna pull out my dagger, because of course I've only got one hand. The other hand is my sword, so
you already have a dagger out. Now you pull out the second one.
Well, the sword of Perundus is on my right hand. I have a boot dagger in my left boots. The demon frog, it's been there for a while since since Festivus.
Are you pulling out the demon frog dagger? I need to know.
No, I'm pulling out bookmark. I want to cast compulsion.
So
from the
go
dagger.
Ahead and, give me, I think, compulsion for that dagger, if I correctly remember.
Hang on.
Just spiders.
Yeah, it's
just spiders that are
from the dagger, DC 15.
Yeah, but it's just spiders, if I remember correctly. Hold on. Yep.
Only spiders that are beasts.
This
property is used and cannot be used against next dawn.
You can cast Compulsion from the dagger. The range of the spell increases to 90 feet, but it targets only spiders that are beasts. Once this property is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn. There are currently no spiders within your sight. You do see spider webs.
Yeah, isn't it like a 90-foot like?
What is compulsion? What's
dome?
The spell compulsion?
What do you mean? It's
like look up spell compulsion.
Oh.
Like it's 90 feet. Like I literally grab. Like I'm not looking around for spiders, man. I'm just like.
So within 90, it'd be within 90 feet of him. Any spiders within 90 feet of him would be would have to like.
Creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
He doesn't say. I told you don't see any spiders. You just saw these two guys walk by. You can go back to the tower and fuck with those spiders there if you so please, but that's up to you. You do have object permanence and would remember where that is. It is kind of a bit ways off because you did take some curves. And
compulsion also only lets you move them direction that is horizontal to you.
The fuck! I thought compulsion let me control these it
sounds like it really should.
I don't know the actual spell.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
I took
just
this
going by the
dagger
name.
and poked a random
tool
on it.
It
and
sounds like it really should.
Spiders.
No man.
Would.
No, you can't.
This is like the dagger of spiders. Yeah, that's not what this is, man.
Fuck.
Read the shit, man. It's here for a reason.
You're not gonna be the spider catcher, dog. I thought we already discussed that. How you're not gonna be the spider catcher.
I just wanted those fuckers to get. All right. Anyway, I mean, I guess I could do something else.
So the blue jewel glints back at you mockingly.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Those guys are doing their own thing. Let's.
I mean, they walked by you without noticing, and by doing their own thing, I mean, sweeping the street, looking down every one of the fucking alleyways as they go. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's continue dipping. Let's
now when we say
northern.
dipping, we literally are going to be trying to dart across the street from where these guys just walked past you, or what's the point? Were we trying to retract back and go in a different direction?
No, I'm trying to okay. Which way did they head, or which way were they coming from?
I mean, to you, they'd be going down to your right from where you're walking, right?
Okay. Yeah, so they're headed back towards the main street.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I want to try to get on the outskirts of the city and head the direction that the main street was going. Are you stepping out to
where the street they are and taking a right and trying to walk behind them, or are you trying to backtrack and go some other direction without that? That's what I'm saying. Because there's a street that's in front of you that they're walking up and down with a shit ton of these little alleyways on the side that they're looking up and down as they go.
Yeah, right? No, I want to try to backtrack and get to the keep heading,
all right, so that's another survival check. The other one would have been another stealth check because you're literally trying to sneak out and go quietly behind them. You know what I'm saying?
God,
oh man! So this time you certainly. Volume,
welcome back to another of Nevic's Urban Survival Guides.
Nevic's Urban Survival Guides. Never step out in front of armed guards. It's just not a good time, guys. So, I mean, when you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, not a good time.
While you go to cross one of these streets, you hear somebody yell out in that fucking barking weird drow language of theirs.
God, that's fucking Underdark.
You literally start hearing people run towards you, and you glance to your side, and there are at least two guys, and they are coming, and they look pissed, and they see you.
All right, I'm out. Goodbye. What is fucking acrobatics? Let's just dip up fucking the side of this building here.
So are you trying to escape up the buildings that are near you?
Yeah, in this alleyway.
First off, what's your passive perception? Like 17?
17, yeah.
Okay. So you would directly see that you're in a kind of a sprawling, a little bit of a wide alleyway that to the right has a taller building that you have no chance of climbing up and just free fucking jumping that shit.
Yeah.
On your left, there's a window that you could clamber in. but getting on the roof is going to require some serious skill. So you're to be able to get to, because you're going to have to go to the window and then kind of jump backwards a little bit to catch yourself on the roof to pull up.
Yeah, well, let's at least try to get to that window, if not pull off some badass backflippy shit. Right?
So you're free to roll your acrobatics and or athletics. If athletics would only get you into the window, acrobatics is the chance to do both and or one. So you actually are going to manage to bounce yourself off that fucking window ledge when you go there, and with one goddamn hand and one fucking sword hand just kind of, clambering back, waving in the air, hang yourself just there. Now, these guards have run up on you. They are yelling at you from the ground.
Hello!
You can literally start to hear the familiar click of cross bolts being loaded.
I don't know you guys. I'm so sorry. What is it to get through that window?
That would just, if you're trying to get through the window, you can just climb in that window from where you're at. You can just swing in that.
Alright, what is it to get to the roof with my one hand?
Strength check.
Oh god.
That's a strength save, boss. Because Nevis got that one hand. He earned it.
Parkour!
So, yeah, you find your fucking elbows and you're gonna slip any minute.
So yeah, into the window.
So, into the window you go. The moment you get into the window, you hear a fucking woman shriek. She is fucking apparently, sitting in her bedroom.
I'm gonna. Can I do my best apology in Elven?
You're free to give that performance roll, but this woman is completely panicking. She has picked up a dagger from the table that was sitting at that has some sort of ornate mirror before her.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
She hasn't stabbed you yet, but she'll be, while you're holding your one hand up and your other threatening hand.
Oh God! I forgot. There's a blade there. I'm so sorry.
She's clearly yelling very loudly at you. You can still hear the guards yelling at you from outside. What do you want to do?
There's currently only one option, Nevik. Take her as your
Now,
lover.
there is a door. Now, to be clear, this is a bedroom. There is a door.
Yeah, and there's the window. Come with me, my pet.
You're gonna have to
I love that. That's a great option. There's all these options over here.
The language of love breaks all barriers.
I
like that Jason is the Jiminy Cricket for Nevik. It really is great. And then Nevik is Jason's Jiminy Cricket. It's great shit.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna dodge around her. So just holding up my hands, defensive.
She's yet to attack you.
Yeah.
When you say dodge around her, are you trying to move towards the bedroom door? There's a bed behind on one end of the door.
Is there another window? Is there a balcony or something? I have a perception of 17. I mean, the room.
You, as a thief, would have also noticed the, like I said, the table she was sitting at. It seems to be some sort of makeup table. There's an ornate mirror. She's got laid out number of jewelry here. There's a rack in the side to the left of there that looks like a closet that has a number of clothings. Her bed itself is a full-on four-post fucking looking nice bed. To the right of the window that you came in is what looks like a fireplace, but it doesn't seem to be hidden there. Like I said, there's no flame in it. There's just these glowing orb things that are glowing purple dimly in the room that make their already.
So yeah, dipping out. I assume through her house, dipping out through the bedroom door. I'm looking for an attic entrance, something to the roof.
All right, so you're gonna go into the just burst out of the bedroom door.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So bursting out of the bedroom door, you're gonna find yourself in a hallway that overlooks a pair of staircase. You're gonna be able to clearly see the entrance door that now has the guards that were outside pushing their way in, and they're yelling, and they seem to have knocked over what looks to be an older drow on the ground in the process.
I'm so sorry.
They are starting to point.
I'm so sorry.
Point and yell and bark around, and they're very upset.
Stairs go up.
Now down this hallway, down this platform / hallway that you're in, you see two other doors. So there's one at the end and one on the right. And you don't see any sort of classic, drawstring style pull down and let's get in the attic thing here.
Is there another window or balcony?
Not in the hallway. Like I said, the hallway itself is kind of a balcony that overlooks.
Well, fuck it. Let's break into somebody else's fucking room.
Basically, when you step out of this room to your left, there's like a spiraling staircase that leans down halfway to the left to a door that looks like it is the entrance of this house because that's where the guards just came from.
Yeah.
And below that is, apparently some sort of living area. Where you're standing is above this living area where there is apparently a couple of bedrooms. And you've just come out of one, and there is like
into the other. Let's break into somebody else's room. Fuck it.
A bit further down on the right, there's a
damn.
Door. At the end of it to down there's another door, and that seems to be it. So you have 2 other door options here that you can choose from, and or like I said, you can swing down on the balcony, jump on those guys. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, man. This is D&D.
Nope, we're going to the furthest door.
You could go back in the bedroom and charm her still.
All the way to the other side of the building. Fucking.
All right, so you're gonna try to make your way down that hallway there.
Yeah.
Now this hallway is of some sort of dark shade of wood. You would likely want to roll a stealth check. You don't want to get obvious noise running around because you can see them. Chances are they're not blind. It's pretty hairy. It's pretty hairy. You fucking lay yourself flat, and you can hear some barking and yelling. You're not sure if any of that is that they caught you, but you certainly start to hear people coming up the stairs as you put your hand to the fucking metal doorknob of the far end door. At that same time, hold on. At that same time, let's take a moment.
That doorknob. We'll zoom into it.
Let's zoom into that doorknob and let's zoom out from another massive set of doors that has that we're gonna go down a hallway and go down to the right into, like I said, a gym type. Looks like workout equipment. There's large, leather-looking balls and fucking heavy stone things and shit. It's pretty primitive. And there's a freaked out frog man sitting in the back of this shit as Ferundus has just taken the form of one of these drows. And we'll say it's the drow that he set on fire. Ferundus, you're a little bit low to me. Can you?
Just cackling.
There you go. I know.
So
experience for that cackle,
So last time I had convinced Frogman to just go with me on this. So I'm gonna put his hands behind his back and start walking him out the door and towards the main door.
All right, so you're gonna run into the moment you start walking down this hallway. You can see the panic and that is you've caused in other guards, as the ones that were knocked out in the hallway and you kind of ran past. They've pushed themselves up and they're clearly starting to look around. They yell something at you. You're not sure what. You understand the word where.
I'm going to respond back, and I guess this is going to be a persuasion check. And
our performance, right?
Yeah, and trying to say, I caught this one, but the other one did some weird magic shit out the door.
That's a lot to say.
Especially in a language you don't know.
No, I'm going to say, out, and I'm going to point at the door.
Alright, so give me a performance check to see if you pull that language. I can't speak off. So it's a weird accent. It doesn't sound completely properly. It's almost like an 8-year-old in their language said it. They're like, what? Okay, maybe he got hit in the head or whatever, but they understand the word out and they're in a frenzy. They're clearly angered by what just occurred. So they start to go towards this front door, but instead of going through the actual massive ass front door, they literally take the around the corner to go to the right of it slightly, where there's a smaller door, and they just kick that bitch open and keep going. They're pushing themselves through a ticketing booth door that is fucking basically making them single file out of this bitch. You can hear them clatter out in the streets. Your ruse seems to have worked for you temporarily.
Alright, I'm looking at something.
As they have left you in this room with Frogman, who kind of looks back at you with one large frog eye and is like, okay, now what? He's got this look about him, like, yeah, that's like, is this the plan?
Yeah, so have they cleared out of the door now?
Yes, like I said, they you can hear them, make their way out into this.
All right, so we're gonna be sort of.
But you can hear them out there. They're yelling. You can hear some other people yelling back. At them. There seems to be a lot of commotion going on out.
So not like true stealth, but approaching with extreme caution. We're gonna try to slip out that door.
So when you say like we, you mean?
Are you gonna?
You were gonna try to tell your frog guy to also slip outside this door with you? Are you
yes.
Just like lead him as if he's like a prisoner? Or are you?
I'm leading him as if he's a prisoner.
So you're trying to do that stealthily?
Well, no, just sort of like cautiously.
I mean, you could cautiously approach the door. That's not gonna require.
What?
Yeah, you're not trying to hide though, right? Like you don't want to be like not seen. So do you have this? I would assume you have this prisoner in front of you as a standard. Attachment you hold prisoners. Fucking the frog guy is going to reach this door first, and he's going to just straight up. He's not scared that you're going to stab him in the back. He's seemingly aware of what's going on, that you're not a drow, and so he's going to stick his head just slightly forward. He's going to stick his head back. You're not quite sure about frog emotional expressions. You don't have a lot of experience reading their faces, but worry is kind of universal here. I mean, it's you may have never seen a worried frog, but you used to be a dragon, and so it kind of like interprets a little bit. And yeah, he looks worried. He kind of shakes his head a little bit. He kind of leans to the left as if to let you peek your head through.
He's like, you go ahead.
What do you do? Were you deceiving?
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to roll that. I accidentally hit the wrong button.
I gotcha. Maybe they're pressing buttons.
The frog becomes noticeably more wet and clammy as you hold him.
He's concerned.
And so, yeah, I'm just gonna tell the frog, it's like, once we get out, like, try to convey this. Once we get out, and I'm like pointing out, I'm pointing in different directions, and it's like, run until you can't run anymore, and hide.
So give it a performance check, because again, you do not. He's just looking at you.
I'm playing charades. That's what I'm doing.
You run
have lost
that way.
Yeah, he is just like,
what?
Like that was. There's some.
No.
Sounds. You hear him croak back, and then he kind of unfurls his hands from where they were being held behind his back in that mock thing. Since you guys didn't actually have chains, and he just kind of moves his hands about, and he starts to respond to you in this like strange croaking and language that involves like trills here and there. It seems to be a cacophony of frogs speaking at once, and it's kind of loud.
Insight check to see what he's saying and see how I understand what he's.
You can try to understand. So you actually completely again understand, for some reason, the language of the frogs just resonates in the dragon thing. So you hear him you completely understand. He's like, no, you don't understand. We can't just leave. If I leave, I can't find my sister, and they've got her somewhere in these slave pits. And besides, if we run, where are we going to run to? Where are you going to run out into the city? We're going to run out into the city and just hide amongst them? It's only a matter of time before they find us again. Like you don't understand.
Now you have a moral dilemma.
What is my alignment?
You tell me, Doug.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, holy shit.
I know, right? As I would say, you were better off not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you a message and tell me if this is right.
Oh man, you made me.
I know my alignment.
Let me pause my stream for a second. Hold on a minute. All right. I mean, again, you can just pull up your character sheet.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I pulled up my character sheet.
Yeah, so I mean, that's you, man.
All right,
and that's AP. You play it how you please, and like I said.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna convey to him.
I'm not, gonna hold that to anyone for their moral shit. I mean, because we do get kind of pretty.
Then I'm just gonna convey to him, and it's like, well, good luck trying to find your sister. I'm not about that, and still disguised, I'm gonna make my way out the door and act like I'm frantically searching for the other prisoner. But what I'm actually doing is
he looks
eating.
Fucking utterly appalled. Like he just looks like fucking like again, it's just shock on his face as you just leave him standing there, and then he looks kind of like scared and helpless. And you said you're gonna make your way out of the door?
Yep. And I'm gonna try to yeet.
What are you doing now? Say it again.
I'm trying to yeet out of there and like find somewhere to hide and lay low.
All right, so I understand. You know, I'm a 36-year-old man, so when you tell me the word yeet, I believe it is like throwing something or something along that line.
Yeah, I'm yeeting. I'm throwing myself out the door.
Let's use actual adverbs, right? Yeah.
It's in the dictionary now. Webster's putting it in the dictionary.
Guys, use actual adverbs. Yeet is not a term. What are you doing? Are you walking away? Are you running away?
Okay, Boomer.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm gonna run it in a direction and hold on.
Because yeeting's to throw something in my mind, right? And what are you
throwing?
No, that is correct. That is
very good job at pretending like I'm looking, but I'm hoping nobody notices.
All right, so again, you just get completely noticed walking out of this door. Yeah, that would be the performance one right there when you're trying to come out of this door nonchalantly. Everyone just turns around and says, well, literally, like all at once. Like you have 4 drow just turned around at you, and they are now approaching you, and they seem to be curious. They are speaking amongst them. A couple of them are speaking amongst themselves. One of them is waving his hands. He's saying something to you.
Do you understand the language, man?
Well, I would understand part of what he's saying, at least.
Not this time. You didn't catch. I mean, understanding part of a language doesn't necessarily mean you understand it every time. There are no guarantees anymore, my friend.
This is no bueno.
Dude, I know Elvish and Undercommon, and they are not speaking either. Like.
I'm pretty sure the drow in actual mechanics have their own, like, I think they should
language
or something.
Yes.
I think it's just Elvish that they use. It's not even, they don't have their own language. But in here in Elorath, they have their own language because that's way more fun.
Yeah. In the deep dark down.
I basically what in my meta brain, you know, you remember in Red Dead Redemption when you come across that family that's speaking its own language.
You shut your gut, boy.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it is, but
I'll hit you so hard you be fobbing for weeks.
It's just that for the drow, the drow language is the Elvish version of that. There are 4 drow that are approaching you.
Yeah, they just speak their own language. Man, it's great.
Off in the distance behind you, you can see a very long, wide street that kind of goes down a hill and up an entrance there where this huge cave is, and to your left and right, where you're standing gives a grand view of the city. And a grand city it is. Your frog friend was not wrong.
Am I surrounded? Or are they just sort of like in one...
By this massive fucking drow city, yeah. But you know, behind you is this like arena side building, and these 4 guys are coming up to you, and one of them is having some sort of conversation with you.
I'm gonna croak out, I help.
Give me that performance roll, boss.
Help! Help me!
He kind of seems confused by what you're saying, and he looks back at the other ones. They laugh. They're stopping. They seem to laugh at you. They seem to think you've been, you know, wounded and or something is wrong with you.
No.
From the, you know, kind of point and gesture. The one that was speaking to you is gotten very close now and is, you know, trying to pat, you know, kind of run his arm across your shoulder and back and pat you, and they're starting to walk towards the arena that you had just come from.
Going to try to just walk away from the arena and see if he lets me.
As you go to walk away, he's not gonna like hold you, but he certainly looks offended. He's like, "What?" Like he seems kind of confused. He like throws his hands up in the air. He says some shit to you. You again understand the word "where." You know, but you know, other than that, he doesn't. Like he seems like why? Where are you going? Basically, is what you get from the gestures.
And I'm just gonna like prisoner escape.
So again, that performance roll, boss. Speak languages you don't know and or try to at least make some Elvish word of it. So, it turns out those words are pretty right up close enough for you to begin.
You've heard "prisoner escape" enough times.
the guy kind of nudges back at you. And he points his thumb back at the other two. The other two, one of them holds his hands up as if to say "No, I'm good," and the one that originally was speaking to you, gives a shrug and begins to walk towards you as if he's going to follow you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah,
as you
help with the prisoner escape.
As you keep walking, so does he, and it's only a matter of 4 or 5 steps. He's shoulder to shoulder with you. He turns his right. He says another strange thing to you. You all but understand the word frog and something about a fight.
I'm gonna try to convey that another guard caught the frog and is putting him in a cell.
It's a lot to convey, my friend.
Oh. Also, why not just say yeah? I mean,
actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm thinking about how I want to do this. Are the guards armed?
Yes, he has a sword at his side. He is wearing some pretty intricate looking leather / fucking steel or chainmail armor. There's chainmail pieces that are adorned with leather top. He looks like he could hold his own.
All right, so I'm gonna meta magic.
Here's in a ponytail.
I'm gonna meta magic, so I don't have to use any verbal or somatic components for the spell.
But drow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then low key.
Because sorcerers are the most. If you're gonna use a magic user, really, sorcerers are just crazy sometimes.
Yeah. Good times.
You can do some crazy shit with them. You can burn all sorts of magic at one time. Be like, I'm gonna cast the spell.
Oh man. But no, I like my.
So okay, are you the willing creature? Or is he the willing creature? So are you literally just gonna fly off, standing next to this man?
I'm casting it on myself because I'm not obligated to fly, right? I just gain a flying speed.
Yes.
And so, I'm gonna
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to point down an alley, and it's like there. So would that be deception?
Yes. So Pharaoh has apparently told a lie or two in his time, and certainly
you deceive. Man,
I'm convinced
that's almost up there with me, man.
Bro. Look over there.
Convinces this guy to go fucking running down this alleyway. He glances over his shoulder for just a second before he darts behind another corner and leaving Pharaoh just standing alone.
So that I am blasting off I am yeeting myself out and trying to find
Again, don't use yeeting. Yes, you're actually throwing something. Goddammit. Right.
I am throwing myself off the ground.
So I guess technically he is yeeting himself here.
Throwing, guys, can throwing is with your hands. You throw with your feet. Goddammit.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
So I'm getting the heck out of dodge to.
He just throws and holds on.
He will be yeeted upon world.
It is a thing where he can ascend. You learn vocabulary, damn it. Anyway.
I ascend at the fastest speed possible.
You're going to ascend, and where's your target? You are going to be able to fly up these buildings. The tallest one next to you is probably 20 to 25 feet in the air.
And my other thing is away from this fucking arena.
All right, so as you begin to fly over this sprawling city, you're going to be pretty noticeable fairly quick. You are a flying drow in a cave, circular kind of, large room that holds a giant city. So do be aware of that.
Don't just fly down the main street, man.
That's where the end of the arena is. The moment you fly up, you would totally see that this huge fucking road goes, basically down. This is the main road that Nevik's been dodging and all that. And to the left is a large sprawling fucking city, and to the right is a large sprawling city. So choose where you'd like to go. But if you stay flying where you're at, it is only a matter of time before you were seen.
I mean, I feel like a good question is, what's the
What are you doing?
The ceiling itself is like fucking straight up stalagmite. This is like a domed cave that this city is built in, and it's a very large one, but it certainly has a ceiling. Is he free to search for entrances and tunnels in that ceiling? He is, but there's currently, from what he sees, hanging down cities, spider webs here and there.
Up is the ceiling.
This is way the fuck up, pretty high up. Like you would have to, spend a couple of minutes getting up there too, because you don't build a sprawling city in a small cave.
So, can I see a way out of the city?
You can see from where you're at the end of the main road that seemingly is the entrance from where you guys came to begin with. So, again, having object permanence, you remember that was at least an exit or an entrance to this fucking city. To your left and right, it looks like there are several streets that go off down multiple tunnels. They are a fair distance off from where you're at.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it back out like that way, sort of like bobbing and weaving, like just as fast as I possibly can, to just try to get out of the city and regroup.
I think that even with a flight speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes, you're still not. I mean, this is like miles. Like you're gonna, end up in somewhere in the city. Do you want to go left or right?
What's to my left and right?
Like I said, the sprawling fucking cityscape of the Drow.
Dina's to your left, Nevix to your right. I mean, metagame wise, that's
He's unaware that Dina's on this roof to look for us.
I know, but metagame wise,
I guess my first thing would be, can I see the slave pits?
Nope, you do not see any apparent slave pits.
Okay, because like in character, I feel like my first goal would be to find my grandson.
The slave pits. I need to know
slave pits.
You see what he looks like a
sprawling city.
Shits on a rooftop. Some of these are triangular, some are square to square, and dome-like. There are towers here and there. It's split throughout. There's some are 2-story, single-story buildings. A lot of sprawling alleyways. It looks kind of a haphazard, square system that's kind of jaunted a little bit.
So I'm gonna go to the right, like bobbing and weaving in between buildings when I can, and I'm gonna go as far as I can away from the Coliseum before I have to land. And like I'm just trying to get as far away as possible, trying to get like somewhere where I can catch a breath and make my next plan of action.
All right. So do you want to land on a rooftop or in a street?
Preferably in a secluded alley.
All right. So fucking. You will go your way down to the right, passing multiple buildings here and there, full of lights, and some with life and others dark and spiderwebbery and others not, as you go. And you'll see many sights, like you would literally see the bazaar where they fucking sell shit. You would see like kobolds here and there on the streets. You would see drows. You would actually have probably seen a drider or two walking along as you went. But eventually you would, find yourself a dark, feeling that your flight is no longer going to work. I'm not just going to make it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to just pull the rug out from under you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, crashing down. No, you'll completely understand that this is a power is waning, and make your way down to a dark alley. That seems to be a bit farther out on the outskirts of the, further right side from this arena. But you find yourself alone, and in that we're going to take a chance to go back to someone who is not alone, who is sitting next to a big ugly orc on a sitting atop a stone that is only a couple of shades lighter gray than his own skin, sitting shoulder to shoulder with Gargak, who had just explained to him that there was a large rock creature here named Tyne, that if they could convince him that they think that they would stand a chance against the escaping of the drow, but you know, the others here are yellow bellied and wouldn't do it on their own. Which the human that, you know, Gargak had been positioned next to earlier in the chain gang certainly seemed to confirm with his own cowardice. And, from the get-go. So crackle of fire and some, you know, grunts and so on.
I remember last time I was going to my sleeping mat or whatever.
Yeah, you and the guy had basically, you know, hooked you up with like a nook in the fucking slave pit here that is basically just like a, you know, another cave. I mean, they all are fucking caves, but this is got like a little sand kind of flat area pit and these like, you know, I don't know how to describe it, like little arch out from the bottom of it that goes up. I think like a Hershey's Kiss that's been hollowed up and in that shape, yeah, but it's in the fucking room, right? So it has these little nooks that you can sleep under, and like a center that has where the you know, little fire pit is, and there's a fucking nice thick gate that is chained on the front door here of this cave where they're keeping you and a guard post on the outside. Yeah, and you had gotten your long rest. Yeah, that was yeah. So if we're gonna wait till you wake up, I mean, that's up to you. Because I need to if that because the rest of this shit is going on at night or going on before that.
Yeah, I would think everyone else like probably just died
at that point.
Or I got captured.
Yeah. So, you know, if we're gonna go with them not being at rescue to the next day, then yeah, you fucking. I mean, it has been several hours while they ran around. Yeah, I mean, you would wake up and yeah, I guess I mean, you're free to assume what you want of the rest of the party. They're not there. You haven't seen any of them. You haven't heard any of them. You wake up in the same room with these people, and you know, the smoldering smoke of the fucking fire, and the guard opening the door and yelling in that fucking horrible bark language. He just you understand the word "go," and the you know, your orc friend there kind of fucking jostles you and he tells you to stay, hey, come on, man, let's get up. What did I name the orc guy? The orc guy's had a name too. Because Tyne was the fucking stone creature. What's that name? Let's say name him now. His name is Bobo. Bobo's a good name. I don't know. Let's do this.
Bobo's good.
Orc name generator. Because the internet loves me. Orc name generator. What do you got?
It was a long name. I remember that. It was one of those names where it's like, he's this, that, and he does this.
His name is Clum. Let's see. Durs. I like that. Durs. Anyway, your orc ring Durs here is going to be telling you, hey man, hey, get up. We gotta go. Feeding time. Right.
Okay.
And
I hope I get a bigger pickaxe.
He chuckles as you guys shuffle along, and you know, this guard is kind of escorting you out. He's the moment you get out of this fucking room, it becomes a lot more, you know, easy to notice that this is like a series of like winding hallways like that have been dug out into this cave. You can, you know, see where when you go out to the right, there's a long hallway that goes down. It seemingly has more of the cells because you can see other creatures shuffling out, other humanoids. You even see a couple of them that have the, you know, soft glow blue that you have as a spirit. And you are being led to turn to the left and go around this like thin tunnel curve. And in this thin tunnel curve, you're being led to a larger communal room that is, you know, doesn't really have any tables or anything so much as it has a fucking person like a large like cauldron kind of deal, and a line that seems to, you know, start over in the back right, and looks like stone carved bowls that are set in two piles here. And this is seemingly mealtime in this you know, prison.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That ain't no chili pot.
You're free to take a perception
snip check.
A snip check. The trademark snip check to see if this is or anything you would recognize?
So where would this be?
And the real question is did anybody bring the dragon spice? Oh, Snip.
Is this a wisdom?
It would be chili, and it was just Brunswick fucking stew.
Insight, boss. Insight. So you're not quite sure, but it doesn't smell pleasant. It is certainly not chili. You are aware of that. This ain't no chili. This ain't no rat stew. Whatever's in that.
My ghost nose don't work like it used to.
Yeah, whatever's
Gotta talk about how the endless bowl of chili.
Yeah, whatever's in this shit ain't no good.
They took it. They took my chili.
Oh, there's a drow sitting somewhere in an office getting real fat right now. Trust me. He's just like, this is some surface delight shit right now. All right. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, every third day he's just like, oh, but it's still so good.
Your friend Durs is, he's gonna, like I said, gonna showing you the ropes here on day one. You guys are gonna move along and get into line. If you're free to, if you have any moment where you'd like to do something other than what I'm dictating, please tell me. But the line itself is full of all manner of creature. I mean, there are humanoids here that you've never seen, like, at all. Like, these are things that at best you might.
There's a praying mantis guy just hanging out over there eating some slop.
There's like satyrs and bugbears and like all these other sentient humanoid type creatures that, and again, not all of them are corporeal. Some of them are in the same ectoplasmic state that you and your friends arrived in.
How big is the pot?
The cauldron itself is pretty large. It's, you could easily fit in it. You and maybe two others if you tried hard. Depends on which two others you chose. And
it's like over a campfire or something?
It looks to be sitting over a number of like roundish like orbs, but they're not purple like the lights that you've seen. These ones are glowing a soft green, and they seem to like hold fire in them. Like it's almost like they're made of glass, and you can see this glowing green thing in them. They're larger, kind of think like basketball sized, and it's sitting upon top of these. And as you're moving along this line, which has, I don't know, at least 100 souls lined up around this thing, and that they're going here. And each time when they get their bowl, they leave this room to the right. Eventually, as you're watching, they come back in here and add it to this dirty pile. There are two drow guards that are just kind of standing stoically in the back as three other drow work to maintain these pile of dishes and fucking what do they call the cauldron itself? Then on occasion they're coming in with these large metallic looking pots, like straight up lunch lady pans, pouring shit into it. One that's stirring it and pouring out a dish. And those three drow specifically don't look as glorious as the other ones. Let's put it that way. They look a little bit worn down. They look like they've worked harder.
Okay.
Start the revolution.
I mean, that's us over here. We're just Gargak freedom fighter.
Brothers, sisters, for too long you've lived under the boot of the drow bourgeoisie.
Gargak freedom fighter starts a food fight. Begins the drow civil war. The food fight that began the drow civil war. What do you know?
Right. Do we have like a common eating area?
No, from what you see, wherever they're eating the food doesn't seem to be in this room. Like I said, there's two doorways. The one that you came in, that
you get your food, you go somewhere else, and you eat, and then you come back with your plate.
Well, your bowl, but yes. Yeah, there's another
bowl,
door.
plate,
there's
whatever metal
door,
thing they got.
There's another door of equal size that after you pass this cauldron with your bowls, everyone walks out of. On occasion, you're watching people just walk in on the right a little bit here because it's a pretty wide door, and they add their bowl to this dirty bowl pile, and that seems to be the manner. But noticeably, when you walked in, it was a pretty tight hallway on the right that opened into this thing. So wherever they're eating, is seemingly behind that wall.
Okay. Yeah, I want to go over there.
All right. So, are you gonna wait until you get your food, or are you just gonna walk?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm waiting.
All right. So you're gonna go through this line. That's gonna take a while, man. You know, standing in front of you is this like lizard-looking guy. You're not quite sure you've ever seen this scale color before on lizardmen before, but you know he looks like either a lizardman or a descendant of lizardmen or something. He's got the scales, and they're kind of orangey red. And like he doesn't really want to pay you much mind. He's kind of staring forward. Doesn't look to be too bright of a character. Behind you is your friend Druz, who Druz is, you know, he as you're walking along, he's gonna ask you. He's like, so how did it happen?
How I'm here, or
I mean, you're here because you got caught by the drow. That's why we're all here. But I mean, I don't maybe say it.
oh yeah, that.
Yeah. So how'd it happen?
Don't talk to humans. That's all I could say. They get you involved.
Oh man,
It's a weird stuff.
oh, don't talk to you. Gotta tell me nothing about humans. Fucking hate the bladders. Kind of turns along and walk. He keeps, you know, kind of spits to the right. Back before I was captured, the humans, they were everywhere. Building their little houses and their little cities and their towns and their horses. Disgusting.
The worst part's the magic.
They have no respect for it. Use it in shows. Give it to their children in toys.
There's no honor in battle.
Exactly. Steal anything. Horrible. So, you got involved with the humans and it got you killed, or do they're the ones that directly killed you? I was sent on a fool's errand. That's why I got here. I was to save the deceased princess of our tribe. You see, walked about day and a half in. First creatures I meet here, the drow. I had never seen a drow before. Here I thought they'd be as weak as those pansy elves on the surface. Those were good I know, eh?
I've not seen many either.
So at this point, you're probably like 3 steps from the fucking soup line, or from the soup thing. You're gonna be able to pick up your bowl. The bowl itself is, you know, straight up carved out of stone. This is like think a Fred fucking Flintstone bowl. This is like, you know, a stone bowl. If you wanted to pick somebody in the head with this, it'd be a pretty good bowl to do so with. It's a fucking straight stone bowl. It's kind of heavy, but durable, solid. You know, it looks like it's been passed many a hand.
Wait until you get into the cafeteria, man.
as you approach this, you know, cauldron and this, you know, kind of a little bit more heavy set drow guy. He doesn't look pleased to see you. He looks just as pleased to be standing over this cauldron as you are to approach it, because it smells horrendous. I don't know if anybody. Let's go ahead and just paint a picture for somebody. Let's think you microwave Jello with some bad fruit.
What color is it?
And an egg.
It's kind of like a purplish green. It matches the rest of the decor, but this mixing together makes it almost like a dark black, like sluggish kind of. And the consistency is probably the worst part, though. It's got this just like chunks of what you can only hope are vegetables or meat. But they are certainly not vegetables or meat that you've ever seen floating about in it.
Just chunky gravy.
Yeah, and it's kind of you know, like thick. It's pretty gross. But he's gonna just, you know, scoop some of that right in your bowl with his big ass you know, steel ladle looking thing here that he's got.
Spoodle.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to, expect you to do anything but move the fuck on with it.
No utensil?
So I'll turn around to
You'd be good. Look like you're good to get the bow.
Yeah. Also, how is it?
You get used to it. My best advice is to take it quick. Because it certainly will leave you quick for the first few days. He chuckles as he takes his scoop. And it doesn't take more than, 15, 16 more steps as you guys move along to get to where the other door is, and you guys, it opens up. When it opens up here, it kind of goes down, like slopes down a little bit into this more rounded area where you can see, I don't know, 10, 12 people like eating. You see a couple of them are walking back up the hill to deposit their bowl.
Like they've already eaten?
Well, it looks like there's 10 or 12 people looking like they're having some sort of conversations amongst themselves. They kind of look in little cliques here and there. There's certain cliques that have 3, some that have 2.
I'll merge my way in there.
All right. So as you walk in here, there are, like I said, a large variety of these different creatures that you see. These some of these are shorter, some are taller. You look like some of them look like dwarves. Some of them look like goblins. Some of them look like the tree guys that you had seen previously. There looks like a tiger-looking guy in here that is, talking to a dwarf. Your buddy Durr's behind you is just gonna, kind of go along with you. He's gonna be like, can't dilly-dally here for too long. If we do, they'll come back and get us. You see, we're allowed here, but the moment you're done, you're supposed to leave your bowls and report for duty. And if you don't, I promise you, the punishment is severe. They don't like slackers.
Is the big rock golem guy here?
He's not in the room. You do not see him. He was in line, but it seems like he kind of joined at the ass end of the line and was moving pretty slowly there.
Okay.
Trudging footsteps. Every 2 minutes.
The more curious question is you should have with him is, where does he eat? It doesn't seem like he has a mouth. Like, he just almost seems like a fucking moving pile of rocks in the shape of a humanoid. Like, it doesn't, like there are no eyeballs or a mouth here. He's just,
obviously he just acts like he eats. He just pours it on the front of himself and pretends to eat.
Perhaps he do.
Yum. That was very nutritious.
But to be clear, he is not the only unique individual here. He's just the largest and most noticeable. But there are, like I said, a plethora of creatures here that Gargak has never seen, in all his battles and so on. Fucking zebra horse people, man. Shit like that. Right.
I'll take a sip of my purple goo.
Give me a Constitution save.
Oh my god, for eating.
That's the kind of DM I. That's how bad this shit is. Yeah, it's horrible. It's hard to hold down. And you have certainly held down some serious shit before, and it's just repulsive. Your friend Urs was completely correct that the downing this quickly might be the best way through.
Yeah. Tasting this shit with a 9.
It's like you ever try to sip charcoal filtered vodka or something?
Oh,
yeah, it's like you don't really want to sip it, you sip it and you're just like, good God, that was bad.
It's like bad cottage cheese. What is this?
Yeah. So the rest of my food, my bowl, I'm just gonna throw it across the room.
All right, you were free to give me a performance check on your high school drama throw.
This flop.
So this bowl is just gonna clatter over and make a mess in the sand. Your friend Durs is gonna chuckle loudly. He's like, "Yeah, I understand. It is bad. It is bad. You shouldn't waste it like that, though. You're not going to get another meal for the day. You understand?
No.
No, I'm getting out of here.
I've heard that before.
He doesn't know Gargak.
I heard that before. I was like that when I first came. First year, 2. I don't know
3,
how
4.
long it's been. He reaches up and just slugs down his fucking shit. Runs his fucking arm across his chin. He's like, all right. Like, you got a plan.
Why do you submit yourself to these people? You're no orc.
What do you know of it? Go ahead, try to escape. They'll take you to their damn secret takers, chop you into pieces, and use you for their food. Seen it before.
That would be a better fate.
And then what chance do you have of escape? Eternal damnation? Here, I'm just studying. I'm waiting. They'll slip up eventually. It's only a matter of time.
You sound like one of those humans studying. What do you read?
You're goddamn book smart.
I would if it would get me out of here, that's for sure. If you have a plan, tell me. Go ahead. I've heard them all. You need to dig a tunnel through these walls with your bare hands. A little pickaxe that they give you. Or perhaps you'll attack the guards. See how many they have. They're endless. They breed like rats.
No, his grandpa's gonna save him.
My grandpa's gonna save
Yeah, my dad's gonna come pick me up.
Yeah, dude. No, dude, my dad's gonna come pick me up.
Gargak says that with all confidence.
I'll find a way.
My dad's gonna pick me up soon. Don't worry about it.
Is that what you're gonna say? Is that the? I mean, you're free to say whatever you want. So.
Yeah, I was gonna tell him I'll find a way. I'll find a way out.
I'll find a way.
If you do, you let me know. I have a few companions in the.
You're welcome to join, unless you have more studying to do.
Trust in me. If I found a weakness, a way out, I would. Your best bet, truly, to get them when the games are present. All their attention is paid to that.
The games?
Truly, have you not heard? The fates here of the slaves are sometimes better than those that are brought to entertain. At least we're not serving in the city. I've seen those fools, poor souls too.
What, like an arena?
True. You see, yes, they
Gargak longs for the arena.
They take our slaves and they sacrifice them. No, it's more of slaughter than arena. Have you seen their spiders? The half creature spiders that roam the streets? Gigantic things.
Did I see it?
As you were passing through the streets, actually, yeah, you would have seen one of the driders that were the drider that was propped up on the side of the fucking building, and this thing is like almost the size of a building. Yeah, we made a whole point about that. When you were dragged through the streets, you saw that.
I mean, Gargak's killed bigger things.
Oh, I'm not arguing that Gargak's can kill bigger things. I'm just saying that this dude's telling this dude that this arena is not really an arena. It's more of a slaughter where these fucking drider just eat slaves. Right. That's how he's describing it to Gargak.
It's a surgeon's table.
Yeah.
How do they pick slaves for these games?
They like to pick the ones they think will last the longest. That's what they do. When you first brought here, they brought you to one of those damn torturers, didn't they? Sure, you still carry some of the wounds of the scars? They kept me there for days.
There's scars everywhere.
True.
Because I'm no book reader.
Gargak's like, I got like 50 of them, like everywhere, dude. You don't even know. I got this one at the other day, like. Yeah. So
okay.
that's how they decide those. So yeah, the secret takers there. They're the ones that make those decisions. Though, from my understanding, you've acted foolish enough. They may bring you there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they do with those. So just that they don't come back.
A fool I'll be.
Given your disposition, kind of waving at your general body, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought you to their sorcerers. That's where they burn the souls. Their damn evil spells. He's just looking disgust on his face.
Yeah, magic.
Damned magic. Damn drow magic.
I guess that's part of the reason why we're still here.
I don't pretend to know anything about why I'm still here. Or why you're still here in the way you are. I'm here because I'm a fool that wandered too far. Found myself in a forest, through a door. Next thing I knew, I was in a dark cave. Wandering aimlessly in the dark. And I come across these dark-skinned, white-haired creatures.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, and much to my delight, surprise, they caught me and my men in nets. I was the only one that survived. I've been here for some time, so I'm eager to escape if you have a route. But I don't see how you would. If you make it out of here, you find your way into the larger city. And then what, to the dark depths of the dark caves that they rule anyway? I have heard that beyond the city there is a dark sea. What lays beyond that, I'm not sure. But if you could get to that with the vessel, perhaps then we could truly escape them.
Is the sea far from here?
I wouldn't know. Didn't make it that far in. I've only heard that it's rumored to be beyond the city. Perhaps I could ask around. You could as well. It might be friendlier to you as a newcomer. So do be careful. Not everyone here is as sweet as your book, as your learned friend Durs.
Durs!
I'll get the information.
Sorry. I had to do it at least once.
The Nevic consciousness just throws that out there for you.
Durs!
That's how I'm gonna remember him now.
I'm sorry.
His first name's Fred. He just doesn't want to tell you about it.
Oh, even better. Fred Durst.
Which is a play on Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Durst.
He's an orc. That's who this is. Yes, that's meta. That's canon now. Anyway. Minus the red hat backwards thing. He's just balding. Even though we probably shouldn't talk shit. I think Fred Durst died or some shit, so I probably shouldn't talk shit.
Did he? What?
I don't know. Rest in peace if you did. And we are when you do. You know, like you.
Fred Durst.
No, he's not dead.
No, he reinvented his appearance. That was it. He looks different now. Like he doesn't wear like all that shit. Yeah, he.
That's fucking horrible. No, that's.
Like, yeah, he like reinvented his appearance. That was it. Yeah. He
The
killed,
voice of Elise.
he killed the old Fred Durst. So this is where he went. The old Fred Durst soul is now his orc in yes.
Getting on your dream and shit.
Good shit.
So anyway, Gargant.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I guess everyone will start to head out after eating.
All right, so the exit here, that isn't the.
Are you gonna pick up your bowl? You're supposed to deposit your bowl, like you threw it on the ground.
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, you have to. Anyway, so the exit, the exit here, the exit here has two doorways on the left and two on the right, and these aren't these are just like open doorways that you can walk through. They're certainly smaller than the entrance one. The one on the left seems to curve down to a hallway on the left, and the one on the right clearly opens back up to the room that you had just exited, where people were depositing their bowls. So, assuming you're ignoring that, you're going to walk down here to the left. The moment you start walking to the left, you were going to notice that there are a hallway lined with these guards, and you were going to be greeted by that.
Okay, yeah, let's follow the crowd.
So this crowd is, walking along, and as they're walking along, they're being ushered, and there are people yelling along this one side of this path that seems like they're almost like they're cattle, and they're moving along to where they're being led to these small pickaxes again, and being ushered.
No, not the small pickaxe.
Yeah, being ushered down into pits where they're being chained at the ankles in groups of 5s and 6, and led down into what look like to be deeper mines. And there are no carts here that these people are running on. Instead, you can see that people are dragging back and forth these large buckets of these glowing blue ores as they continue this. It seems like this has been going on while you guys were sleeping, and there seems to be they're doing this in shifts, basically, to maintain a consistent flow of this shit.
Did I get a rest, by the way? Am I healed?
Yep, you did get a rest. You are healed, but maybe not mentally, but certainly physically.
Okay.
And your
will dig.
Stomach doesn't feel the best from this fucking purple goo shit that's moving around in it. But you're still alive. And so you're back in the slave pits for for the moment. And with that, I think we should go back to our buddy Jason, who's praying in the dark. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I mean,
Ill matter guide me. Ill matter guide me. I will get through this. What is it?
Endure this.
Yeah, I will endure this.
That's what it matters a lot about, is enduring it.
The pain. Yeah, I will endure.
So yeah,
I'll get through this. I'll put on my big pajamas and take a nap.
Later, Dina. Yeah, hope you enjoyed your scene. I guess we'll be taking turns like this for a minute.
Sorry.
Anyway, so Jason's fucking torture here has gone on for a while. He's been hung up in these chains in this pitch black room and left to bleed. And like I said, he's been left in this room alone for like hours. It feels like half a day, if not a full day, has gone by while this has gone on. And as this chanting goes on, eventually he hears someone speak, and it's this same person who had strung him up, this woman. He goes, "An interesting chant. You don't seem like the others. The colors of the robe you wore when you came in, they're not like those. And I've yet to hear the name and this ill matter you speak of. Tell me. You're going to come, save you from this place, or is he already here, like the others claimed with their saviors?"
Ilmater is with me and will always be with me. He takes on my pain as I take on the pain of others.
Do you? And whose pain are you taking on now?
I don't know. I've fallen far to get here.
Have you? It's been quite some time since we've seen any of your kind come through the door. And we've watched quite closely. You understand it's an important thing, the flow. We have no way of knowing or why it has stopped. But you and your companions came through. Why do you think that is?
Old Death is back.
Oh. Then why are there no others? Why were you alone? Could there not be the flow? We no longer feel the wind.
It's being diverted somewhere. Or I mean, the extent of my knowledge, what I believe is that Old Death is like sucking up all the souls for himself.
Making no sense. No matter, always embrace the mad.
Ilmater embraces those who are in need.
And what are you in need of? Saving? A release, perhaps? I know many a royalty that would dine on you well. You know they hold my kind with dishonor here in our society. They think it dirty to touch the blood, the old flesh, the bone of others, only in meal. And yet here I am, to prepare you, a servant for others, to break you. You understand that, right?
I understand you are here to try and break me.
Oh, and what will you use? Your magic? You don't think I've noticed the collar missing?
It's my fate that holds me.
Oh. And will it get you through to what? Being a servant for us? For the rest of your existence? Until we tire of you and decide that you'll be making a better meal. Sprinkle a toppling. Or that you roll over and fall dead. And rest forever eternal in the ground. Until we decide to brush you up and use you in our mechanics as well. The horrible thing your deity has done to you, giving you this form. I despise it. I'm grateful it never occurs to us.
Whatever may happen, Elmatter will stand by me and guide me through it.
Jelly.
Let go, Jelly.
Jelly dog.
Sorry.
I'll give you
the
same choice that I gave your companions. As they came preaching with their left hand and their one eye. Make a choice. Is it better to see? Or would it be better to feel?
Wait. Did the torturer just make an exact reference to Nevik and Dina?
Kinda yes, but also it's
left hand
it's always kind
and
of
one
coincidental
eye.
too. As if we remember the cultists of Varen.
Yeah, the left hand.
What were their symbols? Yeah, what were they talking? What were they doing about? Right.
The eye. I may not get the hand, but the sword.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. The hand, the eye, yeah. Jason, you're being tortured by this bitch. Talking about.
No, I was trying to think of my rebuttal. Oh,
okay, sorry.
Man. Take all time you want. Yeah, trigger warnings all around for all the people.
All right.
Torture by.
Better to feel.
Tell me about the time when you were cut.
My God shall lead me.
And where does he lead you? Tell me. No, say it again. Sorry.
I said it is better to feel, for even though I may be blind, my God shall lead me.
We'll see. And with that, you start to hear this like clunk of a mechanic as you are quite literally being lowered. With your arms like still held out. And yes, you start to feel the hard press of a fucking knife against your right eye, man. I mean, you got seconds before you're gonna lose that. So if you got some sort of reaction you'd like to do to this, while it's occurs to you were thrashing around, or whatever you'd like to do, I will, as a benevolent DM, allow you this.
Yeah.
But other than that, lady's about to literally scoop your fucking eye out with skill. She's done this multiple times. Like, this is her day job.
Bloop. She got a melon scooper. She got 3 different sizes, depending on how big you is. I mean, what you doing? Bop. Wait, what is it?
You make a horrible Jiminy Cricket.
Lady is literally about to your eyeball out, man. What are you gonna do? I mean, I've lost a hand. I'm a horrible Jiminy Cricket. Jason.
Why you gotta always take my fucking body parts, Adam?
I know.
This is the second eye you've taken from me. The second one. I'm not even a rogue this time. I played this game
I gave you a choice. Hey, this was your choice. Yeah, I gave you the choice. It was your hand.
Yeah, but it was either lose another hand or another eye. Like, yo, you've taken both of those from me before.
I could also crippled you and like took a leg or something, but you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, she could just like hang you up and chainsaw your ass. I mean,
a torture scene with some sort of grievous.
I mean, dude, we've all seen what
can't do anything.
What was it? Scarface with the shower scene.
You can just you literally take it or you don't, and you basically
Scarface with the shower scene where he chainsaws the arms off of his brother.
I mean, I could try to escape, but I mean, if I do that, where am I gonna go?
Oh man,
I don't know where I am. I can't see in the fucking dark.
Oh, you're fucked. Fucked.
I don't have my CNI Gargak with
all Kindle. Gargak is the dude. I told you from the beginning of the campaign is Gargak and Friends.
But I guess I'm gonna become the blind leading.
It's like Garfield and Friends, but Gargak and Friends. He's the.
So we're gonna have Jason get blinded here. Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a reaction. Just go on with it. I mean, you're
just gonna go with it.
What am I supposed to do, man?
I mean, yeah. That's the cruelty of the situation. You're caught by the drow, and they are trying to break you, and that is literally part of it. Is like, yeah, if we blind this servant, he is certainly going to serve us.
Well, I mean, if they blind me, what good am I as a fucking servant? That's the question.
You'd be surprised. Especially if you have magic skills, and at the same time, she's only doing it one eye right now.
Give it to me. I grit my teeth.
Damn, Jason. So you're gonna take the torture?
This is what I'm about.
All right.
This is it. This is what we've been waiting for.
All right. All right. I mean, so moan of ecstasy or
this
whatever.
Was the angle. Like, regardless of if I left the temple or not, this shit was gonna happen.
I mean, at some point, I probably wasn't gonna take it. Like I said, it was a choice here. We could have started with fingers and whatever. But yeah, this lady is. If you're not gonna pull much resistance and just grit your teeth and take this shit, give me a save con.
I've never once, ever, asked anything of the dice gods. I've rolled and let it be. Now,
poor dice gods.
This one time in my entire life, please.
It'll matter. Save.
Let me grit this and just take it as a fucking man.
It's the fate, man. Yeah, that's it. All right, so yeah, you don't scream. You fucking grit this shit. You lose this eye. You lose your right eye straight up. Like this is, caught in her hand, and she is cackling about it for a moment.
I want to give her like my best eat shit and die look.
Performance check on that bus. Or intimidation.
Or intimidation, yeah. Which, I mean, my intimidation's not great anyway.
So yeah, you give her your best eat shit and die look, but it's hard to do with one eye gaping and fucking whole wounded while she's literally smiling with it, and held it clutched in her hands, looking at you. As a keepsake for our time together, I'll return. I'll leave you with your thoughts for now.
Oh shit!
And your faith.
I wait with bells on my toes.
When you have them, we'll see. Worry not. Make a fine meal. You don't hear a door open or close, or anything, but after that you don't hear her speak. I mean, that's kind of the worst part about this is the entire time it's been pretty pitch black. Except for the soft glow that Jason himself puts off, by his
I guess
body.
I'll just go back to saying my hymns and prayers.
She has left you with your feet, actually touching the ground a little bit here. Seeming almost carelessly. Has not chained you, pulled you back up. Just be aware.
I mean,
you do feel the sandy ground beneath your feet, which is something you.
I don't know. I feel like this is just some kind of ploy. I feel like this is just some kind of ploy. Like they want me to use my magic to escape, or use my magic in front of them.
It's about mental breaking. It's about mentally breaking you. That's right. Anyway.
I mean, it doesn't matter if my feet are on the floor or not. I can get out of these chains at any point. I can poof, zap right out of these chains. It doesn't matter if my feet are on the ground. I have Misty Step, so I mean, I'm gonna follow Valdir's advice. My best attempt here is to just bide my time.
You just lost my ball.
What may come, may come. Like I shot.
Description of like what went on is like so horrible too, because they spend like months breaking you before they fucking actually, you get any sort of in situation with that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the concept there is that I mean, while everybody else is captured, you would spend a long time being killed before actually getting to that point. So I mean, it gives everyone else the opportunity to free you from that before getting to that point. But left of your own device, it would take a while, right? So eventually this woman will get frustrated with this situation and move you to another.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. I didn't hear anything you said because my computer blue screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, okay. You got me now.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was saying is that waiting it out could take a while. Valdir's description of them breaking you took like months. Like they would spend their time, and what would eventually happen is if this one would get frustrated with you and move you onto some other location and another tactic, and or hand you off to another secret taker. At the same time, she certainly has expressed interest in learning about where you came and why you're here and what's going on, basically. And that seems to be a point of interest for them.
An intrigue.
Yeah.
This one. Excuse me.
If I get bored of enduring this, like I said, I can get out of these chains literally at any point.
Yeah, but also like the secret taker would be saying to their superiors, like, give me time. This one has many secrets.
Well,
and I believe,
the whole part where they're training him to be a a personal, like, close indoors kind of service.
Yeah.
These are the slaves that you would let in the house, right?
The breaking, breaking down. You have to make sure that they won't pick up that knife and stab a motherfucker in the throat. Yeah,
exactly, right. So like you would need to ensure their loyalty through means of severe brainwashing, which would take a while.
Yeah, and then realize that like the last of it is.
If anything, if I'm gonna take it, I have to endure it for a while at least.
If you have the strength to endure a full month in the pit,
the real question is,
yeah.
Valdir described this process pretty clearly. Right?
I mean, yeah.
Why do you think that happened?
Maybe he went through it. I don't know.
Right. Valdir seems a little crazy these days, doesn't he?
I'm not Valdir though. Valdir was already a little unhinged anyway.
Right. And Slade's already played.
Aren't we all?
Like this man.
Who are we going back to?
I watched this man shoot a kid.
The next half hour.
Say what?
Or we ending it early because Dina.
Oh, I mean, we can do whatever, man. We can go back to any of these guys. We can just discuss the whole thing in general and see how we want to play it, right? So like, I'm thinking Gargak here is eventually gonna cause an uprising, try to get sent to the arena.
I mean, yeah, and even if all that happens, like, man, I think my friends will come help me.
Yeah, at the same time, Jason is kept away somewhere in this fucking city, being like tortured.
Okay, Faerundis is flying over the city. Which
he has landed in an alleyway.
Which side did he choose from the stadium?
He went to the right.
So he would have been flying over me as
Yes, but you would not have naturally been looking up for a flying
drow. No, of course not. Yeah,
that's just not.
I'm just fucking drow who is actually a fucking dragon.
Yeah,
I'm just sneaking through the alleyways. I want to say that's like one of the like post credit scenes of like as I like go to sneak through the alleyways, he just like whoop like like right above me.
So to be kind and kind of clear that like. Yeah, all these areas are connected, in some fashion. Like you see how the arena is connected to the main street where Nevik and are. The slave pits are there, though they're not in the main like hall of the city. There are multiple hallways that go off to the right here that they are in one of. The torture area where fucking Jason is somewhere within the city. It's fucking this is where we're keeping Jason signs.
Torture building right here.
Yeah, right.
Come get your torture victims.
Yeah, you
can buy them very cheap. It's so good. Oh my god.
Yeah. At the same time, though, there is a slave market. There is a bazaar.
Oh yeah.
A place
where bazaar. Yeah.
Selling fucking foods and all that sort of shit and all this sort of crap. This
is best believe. Yeah, I'm gonna Aladdin the fuck out of this shit. And
yeah. So
just hide among them.
We do have Dina, Nevik, and Faerundis who are free at the moment. Faerundis is actually.
No, I'm literally breaking into somebody else's bedroom and
got caught and managed to escape. Fucking Gargak is in a bit deeper of a hole. Fucking Jason is likely.
I'm kind of working through some shit right now, man.
Yeah. Jason's in like the darkest of the holes. Where he's having his like fucking.
Sorry, oh man. Well, I lost my hand, so I know how it is. But also,
it ain't about the eye, my man.
You gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh about it.
It ain't about the eye. It's about all the things that like happened up until now. Like I failed to save the world. I've let Valdir slip further into his own fucking darkness. Gargak gone. I don't know what you guys are like. Right now. Like,
I'm gonna let you know, as Nevik, I never thought we were gonna save the world. Like, there's no way in front. Like, me, like,
so
I don't even. What's his name? What's his name in the yellow robes? Was like, we're gonna save the world, and I'm like, yeah. The only,
never told you directly to save the world. To be clear, he was like, you need to gather the pieces of this rod. In order to stop this whole fucking deity.
I couldn't even touch that rod. It made me feel
You got like 4 pieces of it out of like 7, and then fucking went into the dungeon and got there, and Asrak would literally in the middle of this ritual, it didn't even get to the point of resurrecting the demigod and killed.
The only reason I came back to these guys was for the girl, and now I'm dead.
Yeah, you're all dead. But I mean, you see how that is still you're being held together in like physical form and by your own memory, and at the same time,
Jason knows Camel Joe and knew
you can be cut off and like your pieces can be removed, like you clearly like you can be used as a resource, and that's what's going on here is that, and that's what she was explaining to Jason that even if you run away, you'll become a fucking, we'll just mine you eventually. Right? Like that's, and that's where they get these. You
have to get to the great city, the one beyond.
Exactly. Not all souls actually make it to the great beyond. Some of them just fucking stay here, and when they do, and they stay here for too long, they become these fucking stones that these drow are just mining. But hey, why not do that when you can get it fresh? But the drow have also learned that fucking ghosts make great slaves because they last forever. You can pass them on to family generations. I mean, they're high scene, right?
My great grandfather taught him, and he's been he's a good guy.
But at the same time, there's clearly the indication that there's been a shortage for some reason. This passageway has been. It had nothing through it. There was a reason they had so many fucking people sitting outside of it, and that's problematic for them. It's cutting into the business, and so they're trying to grill Jason here to figure out why the fuck that was going on, right? Because he was deemed the one, at least they were told by Rashik, the secret caretaker / Valdir, that he would be the most docile and useful of them. right? The easiest to break, basically. Yeah. In Gargak, for some reason, the Valdir just was like, fuck this guy, because he's like half lost his mind, got sent to the slave pits, which is literally like where you would live eternal damnation doing what you're doing.
The corpses of your brothers! Oh man, that's some fucked up shit.
Right now, I only see one path, and I've got to walk down this really long fucking tunnel to get to it. And if there's like a cutoff door that I can find, cool. But right now, the only way out that I can see is down this fucking crucible.
I mean, that's up to you, man. Like I said, that's it's your character. You do as you please. Like that's just what's going on. I'm just here to paint the world. Your reactions to them and how you act with it is 100% yours.
I can't believe me and Dean are the only ones that are free.
Favorite is this free?
I'm free.
Sorta.
No, not even.
I mean, you just escaped. Yeah,
he totally escaped today. Like he managed to turn into a drow.
But none of us is actually free. We're still down here. Like,
I just gotta make it through this, man. I just gotta endure.
So how you want to play that is up to you. You know, I mean, do we want to keep coming back and having gruesome torture scenes, or do we just want to say, you know, this goes on and eventually get to this point, right? Like, and then here are the consequences of that. I mean, you know, because it can be easily tiresome to just keep going back and having the visiting scenes. But I totally get the idea that, you know, this is the testing of Jason's fate.
I mean, yeah, we're supposed to be rolling more into role play stuff anyway, right? So
yeah. I mean, again, how you want to play it, I leave that to you. Like I said,
and like I said, at any point,
the easiest and most delightful thing for everybody to experience. So.
Yeah, but as she pointed out, she's noticed that I have my magic back, but she didn't do anything about it.
No. In fact, kind of taunted you about it.
Right. So, I mean, at any point, I can get out of these chains.
Seems somewhat bemused by this. Right, and then even more so after having quite literally removed your eye, that still didn't provoke you to do anything. Right. At the same time, though, she's not a believer of Ilmater.
I think that we should gain the Drow's favor.
I mean, that's gonna be pretty hard since I just roasted one in jail.
There's a crispy drow in there, yes sir.
It's also going to be kind of hard because like the surface world is racist, but I'm pretty sure these people are even more racist.
Super racist.
Oh yeah.
Just to be quite clear that the drow are like.
Can I?
Close. One step.
I mean,
I am surprised she speaks common though. That is kind of crazy that we could actually have a conversation.
Can I disguise
stealth? I notice about her, right? Yeah. Say it again. Can you disguise yourself?
Yeah.
He's asking if he can do blackface.
First off, none of that shit.
None of that shit. They're elves with black skin.
I'm elf.
They actually went back and deleted that community episode because of that shit. There was a community episode where in Dungeons and Dragons the what's his name? I forget. It's this Chinese guy. He's a comedian. He's fucking hilarious. He's not even,
Jimmy Wang or something like that, right?
Yeah, he's their Spanish teacher or whatever.
Kim Jong.
Kim Jong, okay.
Yeah, he's like an actual doctor in real life.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway,
he was a doctor, and then
amazingly impressive human being, but
no, he's still a doctor. He keeps his
Oh yeah,
he still practices. Yeah,
he still he practices every once in a while in his wife's clinic.
That's awesome. Amazingly impressive human being. But anyway, this guy, he showed up in one of their episodes full drow, like straight up, like just head to toe, like black, white wig,
white hair, black face. Yeah. That episode was great.
I think they actually deleted that episode. I think it was like on Hulu or something.
Well, that's the same thing with South Park with the super best friends.
No, the Muhammad.
Censored South Park.
The Muhammad.
Yeah, it was Muhammad and Jesus and
Krishna.
Yeah. It was all the religions coming together to defeat Who is the magic guy?
Yeah, I can't remember, but they couldn't show Muhammad on screen, so they had to.
David Blaine or some shit.
They put him in a teddy bear suit, and just the teddy bear. They said inside the teddy bear suit was Muhammad.
That's great.
No, I own the DVD. Like they showed that shit.
Yeah, but they did a later episode afterwards, after they got in trouble for that, and did another episode where they said that they put him in a bear suit and said inside the bear suit was Muhammad. Nice. So they weren't technically showing him.
So anyway, yeah. So how are we going to play this? Like I said, guys, you guys want to? You got me. Do you want to continue to, go one at a time until this all evolves into some other madness, or what? Like how
Well, I assume that either Fabrundus with Dina or me would, like, he's flying over shit. I'm causing chaos right now. Like I'm running through stuff. Like he would notice that and either choose whether or not to well, fuck that.
I mean, there's already a lot of chaos going on, but not with JB burning down a building.
We left off with Nevik. Nevik was being chased by two guys, right?
Yeah, through a building.
Upstairs, yeah. They were coming up the stairs. I was going through a room and trying to find a window
trying to go to that last door. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. And where's Fayrudis? So yeah, Fayrudis is, like I said, in a dark alleyway. He's made it pretty far out into town. Gargax in some slave pits. I mean, your situation's is dire. I'm sorry I paint these horrible pictures for you.
I love it.
But yeah, I know you like it. So.
I know you like it.
I was trying to get my way at the arena.
Like I said, Gargax just wants to fight shit.
I mean, I'm literally climbing.
At least he's on brand.
In alleyways, jumping through random windows and running through houses that I don't even know what the fuck the layout is.
I think everybody's
on a
little bit here, right? Like we got
Jason
taking pain. We got Jason taking pain, which that's pretty much what he does. He's a priest of Ilmater. He's suffering.
Gargax worked up muscles.
Well, Gargax working his way towards fighting. He wants to fight something. He's like, there's an arena. I like the idea of an arena, and so that's what he's doing. Favorite, on the other hand, is a clever old man sorcerer, and just gotten the fucking freed himself and flown off. Then classic sorcerer style. Literally cast a fireball at somebody and flew off. I mean, it's classic sorcerer shit. Dina tried to pull some bard shit. Didn't really get very far with her. She
I mean, she got to be up at 3.
Whew.
Yeah, continued to stay on the rooftops and be panicked there, and basically remained panicked there. For the most part, tried to cause a little bit of shit that didn't really go well, but
and whisper into the night.
Yeah, she was, like I said, basically.
Yeah, but she's also in this situation where she doesn't really know what else to do.
Yeah, she's alone and scared.
Yeah.
And
of course, Nevik run. Oh shit! Hey guys, run!
like really, for her character, this is like living a nightmare for her. Like this is like some shit that you would have been warned about a lot as a kid. Don't fuck with Drow. And she's like a hair's breadth away from being like caught and enslaved by them, which she knows, they eat people and shit to her, right?
They eat anything.
They would literally feed a tiefling to a fucking giant rider, and that's like so horrifying to her, right?
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, she's gonna stay on that rooftop.
Understandably, she's fucking panicking. Yeah, doesn't understand. Is fucking and now that all of her companions have been lost, she is alone in that panic, which is a horrible place to be in. Sorry,
I want to be that.
Sorry for the emotional damage.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy
later.
Yep, dipping out, guys.
I've got to get up.